And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight here at the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is DirtSeries.com, American Modified Sim Series racing here tonight, live in Charlotte. And you are locked in live here to your source for esports racing, presented by Hannibal Record Service and iRacing iFlag. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in tonight live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Phil LaCasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton. Down there, the control booth, ready to rock and roll. And Todd, a great car count tonight over here at Dirt Series. Great to come back with these guys and some UP Modified racing. We've been doing a little bit of that recently. Dirt track in Charlotte, always a good time, and we're going to have a great night with these guys.
Definitely going to have a great night here with Dirt-Series.com. And don't forget, guys, that we have a lot in store coming over the next couple of weeks, but we also have sponsorships out there available here live on Full Velocity Racing Network. We've had two guys there, we've had a lot of inquiries about sponsorship. Hannibal Record Service coming aboard here, going to be our yellow flag sponsor. iRacing iFlag going to be our green flag sponsor here. So it's going to be a fantastic night. I know there's some other ones coming right there, waiting in the wings. We're just waiting to finalize those contracts there, Phil. But if you want to get involved, we released our packages last night. Go ahead and take a look at our packages. We have a package to suit your needs. If you don't see something on there, contact myself or Phil, Jack, or even Ron. We'll get you something set up and try to get you on Full Velocity TV. No league is too big. No league is too small. No sponsors too big. No sponsors too small. We don't forget about the little people here on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Absolutely not. I don't care if you call us the network or the Full Velocity Racing Network or Full Velocity TV. Phil and Todd, Ron and Jack, you can call us the Full Velocity brand. We are going to be here each and every night representing all of you out there, the sim racers. We take care of all the people that take care of us, and we're going to do it better than anybody else, as we do here night after night, just like we're going to take you here live here this evening. But these guys at Dirt Series, this is going to be a fun night. I apologize, everybody on the airwaves. We were supposed to be on here a little while ago, probably about 20 minutes late with this broadcast coming alive. But whatever reason, iRacing was giving all these guys some fits here tonight. We try to connect to a server. Not one driver here, but 30-plus that were here could log into it, so had to scramble to get another server running. Got everybody a little bit late here, so behind the 8 balls, these guys were just in the middle of practice here for about 8 to 10 minutes. But I think they were just waiting for this track to be set forward into heat racing action. And I believe, Todd, we got 4 heat races going to come at you live here. I believe the top 4 are going to go in out of from these heat races into the feature event. We're going to play some 2B mains here tonight. We're going to have 24 cars starting out our feature event here tonight. The dirt track in Charlotte for, I believe, a 50-lap feature event. It is going to be an awesome night of racing. I can't thank these guys enough here at DirtSeries.com, and as well as our presenting sponsors here tonight. Got to thank Tyler at Hannibal Record Service for all the great things he has done for us, and as well as our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. So make sure you look both those guys up. A lot of great other partners we're going to thank over the course today as well. Some new things coming on. You'll see a lot of different things in our overlays as we just overhaul the brand over here at Full Velocity after some changes have been made here in a couple of recent days. So a lot of work has been done. You see our social media streams and tags are changing. Our logo is all changing around here. If you got an old logo out there, if it's got the FERN, Full Velocity logo on there, guys, it is still all valid. We're going to honor all that is ours, so that is completely fine. Wherever you guys are out there running, represent Full Velocity in whatever capacity you could possibly do so, guys. We appreciate that and appreciate you all for tuning in here tonight live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So just waiting for this clock to get ticked over here, Todd. Should be a minute or two before we get over here into heat racing action. But these guys, they were worried about the track state coming in there. These guys laying down more rubber down in the dirt here. And we know Charlotte's a place that can always get topside dominant. We always expect the low side to come in. But we have bucked those trends the last couple of times out here in the modifieds. We've never seen that low side truly come in. So really curious to see how this evening is going to play out.
Definitely curious as we're getting ready to tick on over from practice here. Just a couple of seconds left as that runs down, the practice clock does. We're going to switch right into heat race number 1 here, and that's going to be a fantastic race. Like you said, top 4 will make it automatically to the A-Main tonight. The A-Main feature here, Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing.
All right, heat race number 2 coming on to the speedway now, and you see that overlay coming out here at the starting lineup. Well, you can have your company on that. you can sponsor it now. Get a hold of us here at Full Velocity Racing Network. And, we have heat race number 1 getting out to the Speedway. So let's take you through our starting lineup. On the pole is going to be car number 61, Earl Arts Jr. on the pole, and alongside the number 25, that is Jarrett Murphy. In row number 2, the number 78 car rolls off next of Stephen Radunes with the 03 alongside. That is Dylan Thomas. In row number 3, aboard car number 27, that's our buddy Tim Christensen. And alongside of Tim with the number 199, that is old Big Country, Jamison Colbridge. In our 4th and final row, we find the number 98 car on the inside, Bob Gullickson. And alongside of Bob, the number 6, that is Zach McSwain. So 8 drivers here, Todd. 12 laps going to be the distance here for the heat races at the dirt track and the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Top 4 of these 8 guaranteed to make it into the A main. So there's a lot at stake here for these 8 guys. You want to lock your way early. You want to avoid the B mains if all possible.
Yeah, definitely, Phil. You want to avoid those B mains as, man, the top 4 is going to be hairy. There's a lot of great names here, a lot of good names. Going to be great racing going on here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I tell you what, go out there, share the link out there, let everybody know we're live here. And we're large and in charge. We're getting ready to get the iRacing I flag, green flag here. The first green flag of the evening presented by iRacing I flag. As they get ready, as they're stacked and packed out of corner number 4, they're going to get that iRacing I flag, green flag. And we're just waiting for them to put that loud pedal down. A little bit of a slow pace. Green flag's in the air. And Arts Jr. and Murphy going to lead the charge down into turn number 1.
Number 1 and 2 is where we're going to find the battle. Here comes Jarrett Murphy right in the opening lap off the second quarter. Charging off the outside, going to try to slam the door shut. Earl Watch Jr. for the race lead. Give it to Jarrett Murphy at 25. They're side by side for second time. They hit turn 1. Dylan Thomas in the 03. He's trying to make it dig down low.
And Dylan Thomas going to take out that second spot, just sliding right up in front of Earl Arts in that number 61 machine. Here comes Big Country, Jamison Colbert down to the bottom side. The 199 machine side by side battle for that third spot.
Side by side for third. You see Jamison Colbert here 199. Yellow in the car at the Speedway. Yellow already here on lap number 3 of 12. So slow the running action down. Let's recalibrate and reset here what is going on as we get back to yellow. We know Jarrett Murphy and Dylan Thomas are our top 2. Earl Arts Jr., Jamison Colbert sitting in that final transfer spot as it currently sits. But we look down there, Todd, and we see caution on the Speedway. And I think our old friend, Mr. Christensen, on the number 27 car, may have got a piece of the action in turn 1.
Yeah, our first Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag of the evening going to come our way here in heat race number 1 in contact between the 98 of Bob Gullickson and the 27 of Christensen. Christensen able to get out of that with a little bit less damage. Then say the number 98 machine of Gullickson. He went for a whale of a ride, and I tell you what, he did the Tennessee twister, as we would call that 124 rolls normally, or the 24 rolls. But I tell you, it was we're going to call it the North Carolina twister because I mean that thing twisted in the air like a tornado in that number 98 machine. So tough break for Bob Gullickson. Gullickson going to have to go get some repairs and come back out. That was our first Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag of the evening.
Absolutely was, and thanks to Tyler for getting involved here on the overlay, being our official caution sponsor. Guys, if you can put your name on it, we will absolutely do it. Great sponsorship packages out there now. We'd love to have you aboard here live on Full Velocity night after night, being a part of our team. Of course, out there you're watching on Facebook Live. As usual, gang, stars donations help us out a long way. It lets you be a part of our family here, be a part of the inner workings of what we do. We welcome all those stars donations to come in. We will thank you all by name here as we watch this stream as they come in. So got to thank Corey Whitworth off the bat here for a 50 stars donation. Anybody out there want to throw anything else our way all night long? Those are absolutely open. We're also out there live tonight, guys, also on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So all 3 media is taught alive and well this evening. So not only here on Facebook, we're all over the place as our iRacing I flag, green flag comes back to the racetrack.
That green flag's out in the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, out to the early advantage, 2 to 3 car lengths over Dylan Thomas aboard that 03 machine. Earl Arts Jr. running in that third spot. Colbridge right now locked down in 4th. He's in the 4th and final qualifier here as we come up on a handful of laps. 5 to go here. The dirt track in Charlotte with heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1 being led by the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, with the racing on for that second spot between Earl Arts in that number 61 car. That one car down to the bottom side is that Dylan Thomas there. 03 car running out there in the lead, or second spot I should say, as I have somebody blinking way off my screen. Got me all kind of worked up here. Thomas in for 2, Arts in for 3rd, and Jamison Colbert currently holds on to the 4th spot over Zach McSwain as next time by. We're going to put lap number 10 on the board, so we're going to be down to 3 laps remaining Earl Arch Jr. now going to select was third to Jamison Colbert. So Earl Arch now on that bubble, Todd, as we got 3 to go.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. The 199 and Colbridge now up to the 3rd spot, getting around Earl Arch Jr. Fantastic move here for the 199 machine, putting himself in the 3rd as we have popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway here for Jared Murphy in that number 25 machine. Those 3 of Thomas down to the bottom side by side for the lead through turns 3 and 4. White flag going to be in there. Who's it going to be here in heat race number 1?
Who's it going to be here through 1 and 2? Thomas down to the bottom of Jared Murphy. They drag race door to door down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Thomas down low, Murphy up high. Who's it going to be at the line off of 4? Oh my gosh, too close to call. Timing and scoring going to give it to Jared Murphy by 0.052 seconds over Dylan Thomas. Jamison Colbridge in for 3rd. Earl Arch will get the final transfer spot in 4th. That's going to send Tim Christensen and the rest of that gang. Here is my timing and scoring. All goes all loopy. Going to put Zach McSwain, Tim Christensen, Bob Gullickson, and Stuart Radunes. They're all going to get transferred on to one of the 2B mains. So that's heat race number 2 in the books, Todd. Heat race number 2 coming at you live.
Yeah, heat race number 2 is getting locked and loaded onto the grid here for tonight's racing action. Top 4 will qualify onto the main. The rest will go to the consolation events. And like you said, you yourself or any business can be the sponsor here on the Rose. Here, and you can put your name out here live on Full Velocity Racing Network. Starting on the pole, driving the number 83. That's Josh Smith. His dad's part of the outside. Josh Hessen, in the 118, going to roll off in 2nd. Rolling off in the 3rd spot, that's the number 7. That's Mason Turner. And outside of him is Joe Hazley aboard the number 30 machine, starting 4th. Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, driving the number 73. That's Andy Jones. And outside of him, rolling off in the 6th position, that's the number 29. That's Justin Tibbs. Final row on the field, driving the number 32. That's Earl Clements. And outside of him, that's Showtime. Shane Kelly aboard the number 28.
All right, there you have it. How about that, Todd? Earl Clements out there tonight in the number 32 car. I know it's a number we can both root for. Good to see our buddy Earl back there live on the racetrack, as this front row is a good one. Josh Smith, Joshua Hessen going to take you here through our front row. As this time off of turn number 4, we should see that starter put that clinch green flag down, signaling one more time around the 4/10 mile. And we are going to send these 8 drivers loose on their 12-lap journey around this dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Really fine night for racing. Weather is superb. Racetrack is in terrific condition, and this place is going to be hot all night long. Glad you guys are all along for the ride with us this evening. I'm so happy to come back here. It feels like forever since I've come over and done a race with these guys over at DirtSeries.com. So I want to thank Josh and Earl and Andy, the entire gang over here, do such a great job keeping this league running. A little late tonight, but we're going to get this thing all righted out with them. So off of turn number 4, Todd, looks like we should see the green flag coming out. The iRacing I flag. Green flag is up in the air. Josh Smith and Joshua Hessen. They're going to lead the field for the first time in the turn 1.
And Josh Smith leads that charge down into turn number 1. We got a little bit of a contact there back around 4th or 5th. Here comes Hessen down to the bottom side, making sure work on Josh Smith. Smith makes love to the wall down the back straightaway. That's going to cause some damage to the right side of that car. We'll see how that's going to hamper him here as we complete lap number 1 of 12 here. Josh Hessen, then it's Josh Smith, Mason Turner. That's your top 3.
Absolutely is. They come down the back straightaway. That Mason Turner machine is digging down on the low side. As is Andy Jones on the 73. Andy now up to the 4th spot. And Showtime, Shane Kelly, coming from 8th starting position. Todd, he is already up to 5th. He's on the outside looking in, but he is making waves happen from the top 4 as we race for now. 2nd to the turn number 3 and 4. Mason Turner down low with Josh Smith. Door to door on 4 for that 2nd spot.
A nice side-by-side battle going on for the 2nd spot. The number 7H of Mason Turner down to the bottom side. Josh Smith up top. Here comes Andy Jones into the fray. 3 wide down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Jones hits the U-tire, makes contact with the 7H. Josh Smith gets the bad end of the stick there. Drop kicks himself back to 4th. Now he's on the bubble. Here comes Joe Hazley in the number 30 machine. Now immediately fighting for his life to make the A-main.
Certainly is. Josh Smith and Joe Halsey now going to go at it there for that 4th and final transfer spot in heat race number 2, as yellow flag going to come out to the speedway. Yellow here for the first time. Hannibal Record Service yellow flag here tonight, and that will be every night for the next year as Full Velocity Racing Network rolls on. And yellow flag coming out, and I'm not sure if it collected Old Shane Kelly out there, Todd. I know Josh Smith got knocked out of line, but something happened to the 28 of Shane Kelly, because I look now, he is 1 lap down, and it looks like he's retired himself to the pit area. Something must have happened to Shane, I got to imagine.
Yeah, trying to look through here, Phil, to figure out what happened. And I believe Josh Smith involved in this one in the number 83 machine, also the 29. It all started with the 30. The 30 got back around Joe Hazley, and when he got into the final qualifying spot, he got overzealous into turn 3, up and around. He goes all by himself. He collected the number 83 of Josh Smith and the number 29 machine. 29 here by Justin Tibbs. Shane Kelly not into this fray there, Phil, but 3 cars involved in this one.
All right, so 3 different cars, but Shane Kelly is 3 laps down, so I'm not exactly sure what happened to Shane there, but it's going to relegate him to one of these 2B mains. They're going to follow these heat races, so a lot to keep an eye on there. But your race leader, as it looks like they come off of the corner here, whatever happened here, my timing and scoring is kind of all got for a loop. It's scoring me the 83 as a race leader. I don't know if that's correct or isn't correct, but it's scoring Smith as a race leader with Joshua Hessen, Andy Jones, Mason Turner, and Joe Halsey as our current top 5, with Justin Tibbs and Shane Kelly are 7 cars on the racetrack. So not sure what happened there. 32 car of Earl Arch Jr. did not make the call here to the grid, so 7 cars took the start. Shane Kelly out, so it looks like 6 on the racetrack, and now Josh Smith going to the EOLL there for that yellow flag. Single file restart going to be the call here for heat race number 2, working lap number 9 under caution. So if we get back green flag racing here, Todd, it may be a good old-fashioned 3-lap shootout, maybe even a 2-lap shootout at this point as we get back to this thing. Who is going to be our top 4 of the 6 left of the racetrack?
Green goes on the leader, racing flag. Green flag's back in the air. We're racing off of turn number 4. Hessen fires first at that 118 machine. Andy Jones running in that second spot. Third is Mason Turner. Turner back down to the bottom side. How much do you really want to try with 3 to go to mess this one up? You already know you're into the A main, but Turner down to the bottom side. He wants to work over Andy Jones, but Jones still running a second spot, but the battle going on for the final transfer spot. Josh Tibbs has it in the number 29. Here comes Josh Smith down to the bottom, side by side for that 4th spot.
Tibbs up high, Josh Smith down low in turn number 3 and 4. That is fighting for the final transfer spot as they come to the white flag off of turn number 4. Race leader is the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Andy Jones having a great night running second. Mason Turner for 3rd. The drama is back there for that 4th and final transfer spot of heat race number 2 off of 4. Checker flag going to go over the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Andy Jones going to be in for 2nd. Turner for 3rd, and for 4th and final transfer, give it to Josh Smith by a nose over Justin Tibbs. Joe Halsey and Shane Kelly going to run our 7-car field for heat race number 2. That was a dandy there, having a short burst to the end. Great job by Joshua Hessen to take down the win. We have 8 drivers scheduled to get out there, Todd, for heat race number 3. So I'm going to take a quick sip. I'm going to throw you the starting lineup.
All right, the starting grid here as they get ready to roll off for heat race number 3. Starting on the bull driver, the number 18 machine, that's Mike Vanagon. Vanagon aboard the number 18. Outside of him is the 04 machine, that's Fast Frank Gonzalez aboard the 04 machine. Starting inside row number 2, that's the number 5 machine, that's a 3unit.ca sponsored machine, that's Mr. Excitement David Day. And outside of him will be Mitch Stiles aboard the number 54. Starting, rolling off in that 5th starting position, driving the number 2, that's Chris Breck. And outside of him will be Kyle Vollringer aboard the 01 machine. He rolls off in the 6th position. Rolling off 7th with the number 12, that's Marcus Mays. Mays aboard the number 12, and Joey Lamb starting shotgun on the field here, 8th position, in that number 81 machine.
That is a really good back part of the field there. This one's pretty heavy loaded throughout the field here, so 12 laps around are going to be great this time. And good to see Mike Vanagon back out here on the network. Been a long time since I've seen him out there in the number 18 tonight. Frank Gonzalez going to roll off the outside pole. David Day, Mitch Stiles, Chris Beck, Kyle Vollringer, Marcus Mays, and Joey Lamb going to roll off from P8 here aboard that 81 car. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. The field gets themselves all doubled up. They clutch those belts tight. The iRacing.com Pace truck going to make its way on into the infield and off of turn 3 and 4. We are going to set these guys loose with Mike Vanagon going to lead them to green. The iRacing I-Flag, green flag up in the air. We are racing 12 more trips around. Heat race number 3 going into turn 1.
Heat race number 3 underway as these guys putting on amazing battles here. To the top spot should be, looks like Vanagon in the number 27 machine. Is Vanagon out front with that machine as we're 3 wide for the second spot. Number 5 at David Day down to the bottom side trying to make things happen, trying to make some noise. Day down the extreme bottom has to let out of it just a little bit. Almost 3 wide there for the lead. Gonzalez running in that second spot in the 04 machine.
Frank doing a good job up high. David Day running down low, and it is a lot of cars back there running for that 4th and final transfer spot between Mitch Stiles and the 54. Marcus Mays, that number 12, trying to make his waves up through the field. That is 4th and 5th. Kyle Vollringer on the outside looking in. He is running 6th. Keep in mind, really taking top 4 to the feature event here from these heat races. Right now, Vanagon leading Frank Gonzalez, David Day, Mitch Stiles. He is clinging to life for the final transfer spot off 2.
And that final transfer spot is key here tonight. Like you said, Mitch Stiles is holding on to that spot with Chris Beck running right now in the 7th spot. So he slipped down through the field. But David Day right now is doing a fantastic job with no setup. Oh, a little bit of contact there. 3 wide for that final transfer spot. Look at Vollringer down on the bottom of the number 12 of Marcus Mays making some headway too, as he's been able to roll right up into that 5th spot. So Mays now on the outside looking in, but this time he's got to contend with Vollringer. Vollringer in the 4th and final transfer spot. Here comes Mays to the top shelf of the Speedway.
That is a hell of a battle there for that final transfer spot with Mays up high, Vollringer down low, David Day in the 5. Just ahead is there's a good 3-car race going on now. So this is like 3rd, 4th, and 5th on back, and only 2 of these guys transfer on, but you know who's trying to get away, Todd, as we get halfway. Fast Frank in that number 04 car leading over Mike Vanagon, but this battle for 3rd on back with
contact, Uke Tire!
Now contact, Uke Tire once again. We're going to talk about that Uke Tire here. Those things just do nothing. Fire me up, I tell you. Yellow flag back on the speedway here for the first time for this one. Lap number 8 of 12 on the board, and this one was getting dicey back there for 3rd, 4th on back, Todd, and I didn't see who got the short end of the stick, but I'm going to guess by looking at where my replay was set at, I think Kyle Vollringer gets the short end of this one.
Yeah, Vollringer tried to make contact with the Uke Tire. Well, he did make contact. He thought maybe he could bunny hop over the Uke Tire. That's what he was thinking. He thought he was pulling that left front right up off the ground. Nope. The answer is no, because he just railed the Uke Tire, unfortunately, in that 0-1 machine, and more contact being made. I believe Mitch Stiles involved in that one also, in the number 54 machine. But you guys out there in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you also can be a sponsor here of our instant replay. But this is the Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag, and that's what we're underneath right now. Is we're getting ready to get back to racing here on heat race number 3 in just a few moments.
Absolutely right. Hopefully get a green-white checker to finish this one, because the racing here has just been superb. Right now, Frank Gonzalez leading over Mike Vanagon, David Day. Marcus Mays sits in that coveted 4th and final transfer right now. Guys like Chris Beck and Joey Lamb, Kyle Vollringer and Mitch Stiles currently on the outside looking in. They want to stay away from those B mains if at all necessary, because you don't want to be locked in with that hornet sensor. Only the top 3 are going to be taken from each of those 2Bs. So it looks like we may be going back to racing this time around. The field working its way through turns number 3 and 4. And it is going to be Fast Frank and Mike Vanagon, the top 2. iRacing I-Flag, green flag is back in the air.
Yeah, the 04 Frank Gonzalez out to the early advantage over Vanagon in that number 27 machine. He's sitting pretty there. David Day running in that 3rd spot. 4th is Marcus Mays, and he's under heavy fire from Chris Beck in that number 2 machine. Down to the bottom side by side for that final transfer spot. White flag in the air. Who's it going to be there for the final transfer? Oh, Mays contact. Oh, we got somebody upside down tumbling over in turns 1 and 2.
Holy. I don't know what else to say. Watch that transfer spot roll from 3 and 4 as we're going to take the checkered flag on heat race number 3. Fast Frank Gonzalez in for the win. Mike Vanagon for 2. David Day 3rd. Chris Beck going to get that final transfer spot over Mike Vollringer, Marcus Mays, Mitch Stiles, and Joey Lamb. And I'm not sure which car was over there tumbling, Todd. I think it may have been the 81 car, and that was a wild ride. Give us a quick look back at that one before we jump into heat race number 4, if you could.
I wish we could have. Phil did not quite get it there quick enough, but what a wild ride. It was indeed the number 81 machine of Joey Lamb taking a ride, and hopefully he's going to be able to be all right there for the consolation events here tonight as we get ready for heat race number 4.
Yeah, that thing switched over a little bit quicker than I anticipated too. Wish we could have went back and seen that. If you saw it live, oh, what a tumble right there. But we look at the lineup here for heat race number 4. Final heat race of the night. On the pole, we're going to be car number 71. That is Richard Sparr, and alongside of him in the Mud Duck Racing team car next door, the number 44, that is Tyler Blankenship. In row number 2, scheduled to be car number 23 of Todd Hook with the number 31 of Mike Cron alongside. In our third row, we find a guy who has done a lot of winning on our airwaves here recently. That is going to be car number 20. That is Spencer Swafford with the number 46 car of Adam Stevens alongside, and going shotgun on the field aboard car number 24. Trevor Baker going to roll off of position number 7. Todd, the call is made for 7, but I'm believing here, just by looking, we're going to get an even 6 out there. So 6 cars, top 4 will transfer on. Drama and implications paying off here for heat race number 4. Who are our final 4 to advance their way to the end main going to be before we jump into our 2B mains?
And we're going to decide the final 4 here of the evening, and then the B main's going to put some more cars in there. So we're going to have 16 cars locked in. So each B main going to, I believe, have 4 cars coming out of those races. So we'll see who's going to be the 24 cars here in just a moment. But it's Sparr and Blankenship ready to get the iRacing I flag, green flag. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway. Sparr doesn't get off to a very good start, but Blankenship does on the outside of the speedway. He takes over the lead.
Yeah, Blankenship going to carry that momentum off of turn number 2 out to the race lead. When we go 2, maybe not 3, almost 4 wide for the race lead. It's Sparr going to launch up through the middle, but that white car down low, starting from 3rd. That is the number 20 car of Spencer Swafford. He almost made a bid all the way down to the bottom, 3 wide for the lead. Now him and Richard Sparrow go at it 2 wide and now into 3 and 4. Sparrow up high, Swafford down low. They're door to door before to complete lap number 2.
Yeah, Spencer Swafford down to the bottom side. The Hanover Wrecker Service sponsored machine. That number 25, Sparr down to the bottom side. There, these guys are teammates. They're battling it out hot and heavy there. As Sparr down to the bottom, side by side for the race lead. Sparr crosses it up just a tad bit. He's going to have to back out of it and save it. Here comes Blankenship back to the top shelf of the speedway. Those guys putting on a whale of a race, but Swafford starting to drive away.
Absolutely right, and don't count out either. Running in the 4th spot, the number 31 car of Mike Cron had a good run in these opening laps, and that's the money spot. That's where you want to be to transfer. But these guys want to go at it. You get a good finish here in your heat race, Todd. That's only going to benefit you for your starting spot into the feature. That is why these guys are getting after it as good as they are. And right now, up front, a good battle there between Sparr and Spencer Swafford. Spencer now with the motor away by about 3 or 4 car lengths up front as these guys continue to go at it. Blankenship now in for 2. Cron for 3rd. Richard Sparr, he has slipped back down to the 4th spot, so that car got all out of shape. Richard Sparr now back in that final bubble spot.
Yeah, Richard Sparr, the number 71 now, is going to have to hold off the 24. Trevor Baker. Baker right now on the outside looking into that number 24 machine, really trying down on the bottom side. He's sending it deep down there, catfishing it. And the number 24 machine trying to catch Sparr, but Sparr's holding on so far. But I tell you what, Trevor Baker just looking in the shadows last time by a little bit quicker than Sparr in that 71 machine.
Sure is. And I tell you what, Todd, we talk about sending it to the corner. Pulled this out at home today with the wife even. There's only one way to send it. You can't half send it. You can't maybe send it. You can't easy send it. You gotta full send it. That's exactly what these guys are doing. They are digging right now. The dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, top 9 is very dominant here with Spencer Swafford leading over Tyler Blankenship. Mike Cron there for 3rd. Richard Sparr there in that final transfer spot. You got to go all the way back here about a full second and a half till you find Trevor Baker running in 5th, and Adam Stevens, our 6th car out there, currently running there, fading in the 6th spot. So top 4 looks to be solid. We're going to get 2 to go next time around here for race leader car number 20, Spencer and Swafford, as they work their way off the board. Yeah,
Swafford's just running away and hiding, almost 2-second advantage over Tyler Blankenship. But we got a good battle going on for the 2nd spot between Blankenship, Cron, and Sparr. Those guys all fighting tooth and nail like it's the final lap as Blankenship into the wall just a tad bit down the back straightaway to turn number 3. But these guys are pretty much pulled away from the number 24, Trevor Baker, as we got white flag in the air. One more trip around the dirt track in Charlotte here for heat race number 4.
One more trip around as Spencer Swafford dominating this field now into 3 and 4 for the final time. He can see that checkered flag from here. Off the corner, Spencer Swafford in for the win. Tyler Blankenship going to pick up second. Third, too close to call. Give it to Mike Cron at the line over Richard Spar. Trevor Baker fifth, and Adam Stevens running out our 6-car field here for heat race number 4. And it is going to move quickly here, Todd, as we are already going to jump in to our first of 2 B mains. They are 2 true B mains. Going to have different lineups in for both. Top 3 will transfer on into the main event, and our first B main scheduled to have 7 cars out there. So why don't you take us through our lineup for B main number 1?
And now the lineup for B main number 1. And it says C main up on there, but I call these consolation events as we do up in the Northeast. But B main number 1. Starting on the pole, driving the number 6, that's Zach McSwain. McSwain aboard the number 6. His dancing partner outside driving the number 12 machine, that's Marcus Mays. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's the number 27, that's Tim Christensen. Christensen aboard the number 27. And outside of him, driving the number 54, that's Mitch Stiles. Stiles aboard the number 54. Inside row number 3, starting in the fifth starting position, he went for a wild ride in his heat race, driving the number 98, that's Bob Gullickson. And outside of him, driving the number 81, that's Joey Lamb. Lamb aboard the number 81. Shotgun on the field, driving the number 78 machine, that's Steven Radunes. Radunes aboard the number 78.
So we got 7 cars. We only take 3 into the A main, so 4 are going to be sent home after this one. We got 12 laps to get this thing done. What do you think these guys are thinking, Todd? Guys like Joey Lamb, Steve Radunes, guys going to start this race outside the transfer spot. How panicked do you think you are in these first laps around?
Well, you got to settle in, and that's kind of what some of these drivers are going to do, settle in and figure out what's going to go on. You want to make the A main because obviously you want to make the grand show here at Dirt Series, and you're live on Full Velocity TV, so at Full Velocity Racing Network, whatever way you want to call it here. And man, you want to get into the main show. You want to be in that limelight, and being in a C main or a B main for that matter is not where you want to be. But green flag getting ready to come out. The iRacing I flag, green flag. As these guys a little bit slow on the start, but automatically Tim Christensen down to the bottom side in that 27 machine. He's going to let it dig down to the bottom, trying to take over the second spot already, almost trying to take a 2-for move here as he's way down at the bottom, side by side, 3 wide off of turn number 4.
3 wide off of 4. Looks like get this one to Marcus Mays at the line as we complete lap number 1. Christensen in there for 2, and look at that 28 car digging on the outside of 20. The 6 car, 20-something car. I got something weird going on here. Is that Zach McSwain with a 6 car running in that third spot as caution flag. Yellow number 1 and B main number 1 going to roll out on the speedway on lap number 3. So it's a short field. They shouldn't be too hard to find, and it looks like this one may have gotten the number 98, is it?
Yep.
Of Bob Gullickson around to this one. Bob Gullickson going to be our first hittable record service yellow flag here in B main number 1.
Got a 98 of Gullickson there down to the bottom side, and it looked like him, and maybe it looks like the 78 machine, maybe, or Mitch Stiles in the 54. Got together there just a tad bit. Yep, it is the 54 machine. Got together just a tad there over there in the corner, sending Gullickson around, and that's what's going to bring out our first yellow flag here, the Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the evening.
All right, the yellow flag, number 1 in B main, number 1 here. First of 2 B mains. Top 3 are going to transfer, and then you're going to set it center stage. 50 laps going to be the main event here tonight for the guys at Dirt Series, the American Modified Sim Series here this evening. Make sure you get the right American Modified Sim Series, AMSS. Here we're going to be run on Thursday nights. Get over to their home base of their website, dirt-series.com, to check out the full schedule. A lot of great stuff coming up. They have a Street Stock National event coming up in a couple of weeks. A lot of Summer Mayhem event they know coming up. So you got to get all the details from their website now. I don't have them here at my fingertips. As we've been furiously at work here the last couple of days, just kind of repackaging, rebranding, overhauling a whole lot of things. So we have been burning the midnight oil here. A lot more work still to do, but we're going to do it out there because we are pound for pound the absolute best in the business here as the iRacing I flag, green flag, returns to the speedway on lap number 5.
Yeah, lap number 5, and Marcus Mays out to the advantage there over the number 25 machine, being driven by Zach McSwain. McSwain is, you see him up there on the scoreboard as number 6, but that's when you got those numbers there, and that's what he is, the number 25 out there. running in that second spot. Third is the 27 of Tim Christensen. He is the final cutoff. The bubble spot say per se, there's the 01 machine or the 81 machine down to the bottom side. That is Joey Lamb. Lamb making some headway side by side for that final transfer spot. Lamb down on the bottom, the 27 of Christensen up top.
Yeah, that is two really good heavy shoes there. Racing for that final transfer. Don't count out the phenomenal Mitch Stiles of the 54. Looking to the low side. He's going to make it dig down low as he's going to pick up fourth and maybe up here that transfer spot in the top three. But Todd, they are racing for the lead there. Door to door off a turn.
Oh, contact!
The outside walls, they race for the lead. Looks like McSwain going to be up to the lead there, but that one may be a little bit controversial. May's going to come back down low. They're going to drag race for the race lead. This may be making a 5-car race for the lead off of 4.
Yeah, those guys are making contact there. The 25 and the 12, and both going up into the wall there. As that contact was able to propel the number 25 machine of McSwain up to the lead. The number 12 machine of Marcus Mays running in second. Third is still the number 27 of Tim Christensen. Christensen just barely holding on, I'm going to tell you, as he got just a tad bit loose. He got a tap from the 54 machine down on the bottom side, but still holding on as we have 2 to go here. Going to come up on white flag off of turn number 4.
White flag in the air for that number 6 or 25, whatever you want to call it. Zach McSwain out there with the race lead. Marcus Mays and Tim Christensen holding on to that coveted third and final spot, but we aren't done racing this time. Into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Stiles going to take one more shot down low. Maybe a slide that they contact. Stiles on the outside wall. That's going to let Christensen hold on to the spot. Tim going to make it here into the A main, as well as our winner, Zach McSwain, Marcus Mays. And that wild finish there for third. Give it to Tim Christensen at the line. Tough break for the 54 as he tried to send it in there pretty huge. It just didn't work for him there, Todd. So he's going to be on the outside looking in, and that one was a lot of fun to watch. But Mitch Stiles, Joey Lamb, Bob Gullickson, Stuart Redunes, their cars are going to be towed off for the evening. They're going to be all done. They're not racing here in our main event, and we're going to send a few more home here as we have 8 cars scheduled to go out for B main number 2, the final qualification or consolation of the night. And this is how we get this field off to the green flag. On the pole is going to be car number 29 of Justin Tibbs with the number 24 of Trevor Baker alongside. In row number 2, the number 30 is Joel Housey with that number 46 of Adam Stevens alongside. And in the third row, the 28 car Showtime Shane Kelly scheduled off on the inside with the number 23 of Todd Hook. Scheduled to roll off from the 6th position and rolling off in position, or row number 4, I should say, aboard Carter 32. That is Earl Clements with the number 2 car of Chris Beck running out. Our 8-car scheduled starting field here. I believe it may be down to 7, maybe down to even as little as 6 by the time we get out here racing, Todd. So 6 or 7 cars we know. 6 it looks like going to make the call. Only 3 going to race onto the A main. This one is going to be heavy on drama as well. 12 more trips around, and what do you anticipate we can see over here over the course of the second and final B main of the night?
Definitely going to see some hard racing here in this second B main as iRacing.com pace truck. The safety truck pulling down to the pit road here, down on the back straightaway, just waiting on that iRacing I flag, green flag off of turn number 4. The drivers will put the loud pedal down. Loud pedal is down. The 29 jumps out to the early advantage there. He might have even got a black flag there, Phil. But the number 29 machine of Justin Tibbs, I think he's going to be able to continue on, but Tibbs almost in trouble there in that 29 machine.
And we'll know here real quick, but they are stacked up 4 wide for third on back. Somebody blinked out of the equation and almost stacked up the entire field back there as they go through 3 and 4.
Contact leader around.
Tibbs is around, and another car back there with him. Yellow flag going to come out in the speedway here on lap number 2, and I'm not sure what started this one, Todd, but there was a little parking lot over there with, it looks like, 2 cars involved, and tough to tell where this started from. I think Joel Housey, the 30 car, got a piece, and not sure if the number 2 of Chris Beck. No, I think Chris Beck was back there. Who the heck got, what was it, Tibbs over there? Tibbs on 29 got a piece.
Yeah, it was 20. It started with the 29 machine and the 24 of Baker there as they made some contact up there as Tibbs was able to hold on to the top spot there for a little bit, and the contact, though, sent Tibbs around and into the number 7. Showtime Shane Kelly around and not in the number 7 machine, so he's going to have to get back out onto the speedway. A tough break for that number 7 machine and Tibbs aboard the number 29. They're going to have to really fight their way back up to get one of them final 3 transfers.
Well, the good news is for them, Todd, there's only 6 cars on the racetrack, so they're not going to have 2
6
cars
really
they're gonna
good
have
cars,
to fight from. But it is 6 really, really good cars. I mean, it's fantastic cars. So this racing is going to go to a fever pitch that I don't know if any of us are ready for. So hope you guys are out there enjoying us live tonight on Full Velocity via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Do us a favor if you can. Like our link out there. Share our link. Regardless of what platform you're watching us on, and let everybody know that the Phil and Todd show on Full Velocity is live tonight on a Thursday night. And God, what is better than hanging out with 2 of us here doing a race broadcast better than anybody else could possibly bring it to you. We challenge anybody out there. Pound for pound, the best of the best live right here on Full Velocity. We are proud to bring this show to you here tonight. B-Main number 2 for the Dirt Series American Modified Sim Series being run here on a Thursday night. Awesome to have us aboard here. Love these guys, DirtSeries.com, Josh and Earl and Andy. These guys do a terrific job over here. Great to come out and play with these guys. With the iRacing I-Flag, green flag, going to return to the Speedway with Adam Stevens and Chris Beck. They're going to lead the field off turn 2.
Yeah, leading the field off at turn number 2. Here comes Beck down to the bottom side by side battle for that top spot. Beck down, working next to those Juke tires, trusting those Juke tires. He's going to take over the lead from the number 46 of Adam Stevens. Stevens right now running in that second spot. Third is Showtime Shane Kelly aboard the number 7 machine, and fourth is Joe Hazley. So Hazley's on the outside looking in. He's going to have to look to try to track down Shane Kelly.
Certainly is. As Shane got that 28 car up to the 3rd spot. Shane there in a different number, going to get us all goofed up. You know who doesn't want to, have anything to do with the Juke tires? Trevor Baker. I think he may have touched one and completely killed the one of his car. He's running down back of the field, but as we eclipse halfway here now, working the lap number 8 of the 12 off of 4. Chris Beck going to lead the field now over Adam Stevens. Shane Kelly there for 3rd. And Shane's got a little bit of a gap, half second between himself and Joe Halsey in the number 30 car. So far, so good for the 28 car, as is our 2 race leaders, Beck and Stevens. They race through the field here off of 3 and 4, as Yellow going to come once again to the Speedway. Yellow, when coming on the lap number 10. This may indeed do it here for our final B-Main of the night, because I don't think we have enough time, Todd, to get this thing back green flag racing.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it. And like you said, it looked like it would be Adam Stevens, the number 2 of Chris Beck, and Showtime Shane Kelly, the number 7 machine. Those guys are going to be your final transfers as they get ready to get the iRacing.com pace truck. But I don't think you're going to see them have to go back to green flag racing, though, unfortunately, Phil. And that's kind of not what you want to see.
No, you're absolutely right. And it looks like this time behind the pace truck, they're going to get 2 to go signal. So I don't think, unless something really brilliant happens here, I do not believe we're going to finish this one out under green. So this may indeed go to the number 46 car of Adam Stevens, with Shane Kelly and Chris Beck looks like going to be our final 3 cars of the night on into the A-Main, sending guys like Joe Halsey, Justin Tibbs, and Trevor Baker home for the night. And it's certainly a tough break for those guys. Also saw Earl Clements here earlier. Earl and also Todd Hook was here. Both those drivers going to be off for the night as well. So looks like, Todd, we're 1 lap away from getting our 24-car feature event lineup all settled out as what 24 cars will be there. And it is going to be a loaded 50-lap feature event, but we still got, unfortunately, 1 more lap around behind the pace truck. Sponsored by our buddy Tyler over at Hanover Record Service. Thank him so much for coming aboard as our official yellow flag sponsor. Going to thank Jeff Brown at iRacing iFlag, our official green flag sponsorship. Everything available, guys. You're out there hearing the sound of our voice. Want to get involved? Contact us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we will absolutely custom fit a sponsorship package to fit your needs. Check out what we put out there as far as our rates go. Nobody too big or too small. Everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter what you do, guys. We're here for you. If you support sim racing, you support real racing, we are all the same team out there. So get a hold of us now and be a part of these great shows. But off of turn number 4, Todd, checker flag going to go on the air over this one. Adam Stevens, Shane Kelly, and it looks like Joe Halsey, maybe the top 3. Not exactly sure what happened to Chris Beck, but he was given the EOLL for the yellow. So take Chris Beck out of the mix. Joe Halsey at number 30, he's going to get our final transfer spot.
Yeah, tough break for Beck. Is involved in a yellow flag. Going to relegate him out of each final transfer. It's going to take him out of the A-Main as we get ready to do about a 5-minute warm-up here with Dirt Series. Is going to take a minute to catch our breath here. It's been a fantastic night here on Full Velocity Racing Network once again. And Phil, I tell you what, Thank you to everybody out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. But I want to mention our YouTube and Twitch. Guys, don't get a lot of follows. Don't get a lot of likes. Don't get, I should say, as much love as us here on Facebook Live. I know it's shareability, but make sure you guys got, if you like us on Facebook, go on over to Twitch and YouTube. Like those pages. Let us know that you like those pages too, because we got to get some viewerships over on those pages too. It's just one of those things. The quality is different on each of the genres here. So Facebook Live, you're able to chat. YouTube, you're able to chat, and also with Twitch too. We can see all those chats together. But just make sure you go over there and like those pages.
Absolutely right, Todd. I think I did everybody a favor here tonight. I tried the best I could. If you're watching here inside the live link, look up to the top right under where the video is posted. Click on the See More tab, and you will see the YouTube link posted. You'll see our Twitch TV channel posted there as well. Do us a favor, guys. Get that, all those numbers up as well, because the higher the numbers get, the more that may come our way as far as anything at all. Exposure, maybe a little bit of a donation there, monetizing for them. So it allows us to do more, allows us to give back a whole lot more, because we have a whole lot of great things planned over the balance of this year as well. So it's a small operation we run here. We like to do big things, and nobody going to do it better here than the guys over at Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Todd. Got to thank Jack Truman. Got to thank Ron Piles. Got to thank our contributors behind the scenes as well. Got to thank Josh Smith for his work with the cameras, James Colbridge, Jim Revis, Martin Karch for a lot of our graphic designs and stuff we do behind the scenes. Can't do all this without those guys as well, and so many other things that go on. So got to thank all those guys. Thank our presenting sponsors once again. Hanover Record Service. Got to thank our iRacing iFlag. Also got to thank our buddy Jake over at Monstar Productions. He's going to come on board with a sponsor. And also got to thank our buddy Brendan. Brendan Spadafora. Well, this one's out for you there, brother. New sponsorship for Brendan Todd. Full Throttle with the Gent on YouTube. Look up Full Throttle with the Gent. Gent. A great, insightful podcast Brendan does about it once or twice every week. Covers a lot of NASCAR circle there, especially the Monster Energy Cup Series. But he's very insightful. There's a lot of cool things going on, some trivia there. He gives us a plug all the time. So Full Throttle with the Gent. Welcome Brendan out here being a sponsor. So thank all these guys who got involved and the usual cast of characters behind the scenes. Got to thank Jameson here at CNC Race Designs, Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics. Those guys do a lot of big things for us as well. So got to thank everybody that gets involved over here with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Really goes a long way. But we're going to pause here during this warm-up. Take a look at our presenting sponsor. Check this out. iRacing iFlag.
Boy, these iRacing iFlag cars are fast tonight.
You know, Todd, I guarantee you, Brown, Leonardi, Weaver, Capert, and Pena are all using them products on their sponsor tonight to give them the upper hand over the competition.
Well, how can I get fast like those guys?
Well, that's easy, Todd. You gotta head over to iRacingIFlag.com.
All right, back here live on your source for e-racing here live on Full Velocity with a great Thursday night in store. DirtSeries.com, American Modified Sim Series being out here run tonight live at the dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So the cars and stars here, Todd, it looks like 22 to 24 strong. Going to take the green flag. Looks like the call going to be made out there for 22. 50 laps around. Partner, what do you say we go diving straight into our starting lineup?
And now, tonight's starting lineup live from the dirt track in Charlotte on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Your source for eSport Racing Dirt-Series, putting on the AMS Series here this evening. Starting on the pole, driving the number 25 here this evening, that is Jared Murphy. And his dancing brother outside, driving the 118, that's Joshua Hessen.
In a very fast row number 2, we find number 4 on the inside. That is fast Frank Gonzalez, and alongside in the number 20, Spencer Swafford.
Rolling off inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, driving the 03. That is Dylan Thomas and his partner to the outside, rolling off in the 6th spot, driving the number 73. That's Andy Jones.
In row number 4 on the inside, we welcome back car number 18 of Mike Vanagan, and alongside in the 44, Tyler Blankenship.
Rolling off in the 9th starting position, driving the 199. That's Big Country himself. That's Jamison Goldbridge. And his dancing brother outside, rolling off 10th, driving the number 7 car. That's Mason Turner.
Row number 6 on the inside, the number 5, Mr. Excitement, David Day. And alongside in the number 31, that is Mike Cron.
Rolling off in the 13th starting position, driving the 61. That's Earl Arch Jr. And outside him, driving the number 83. That's Josh Smith.
Kyle Vohringer rolls off 15th tonight aboard the 01 with Richard Spar next door in car number 71.
Zach McSwain aboard the number 6 rolls off inside row number 9, and outside of him will be the number 46. That's Adam Stevens.
Row number 10, we find car number 12 of Marcus Mays with number 28, Showtime, Shane Kelly.
Rolling off in the 11th row, driving the number 27 machine, that's Tim Christensen, and outside of him, driving the number 30, that's Joe Hazley.
So there you have it, folks. 22 drivers going to tackle the dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, 4/10 of a mile in length, 50 trips around. I hope you guys are ready for the thrill ride of your life, because your source for esports racing with your ultimate esport experience attached is about to go live and in charge here off of turn number 4. The iRacing I flag, green flag goes over the air. We are feature racing in our 50-lap baby.
As they dive down into turn number 1, the 25 on the bottom side. Hessen on the top shelf of the Speedway, side by side battle for that lead. Lots of great battle going on. It looks like the 118 Hessen lifts the right rear up off the ground just a tad bit, making a little contact to the wall, a little bit of contact through the middle portion of the field. Kelbridge all kinds of out of shape, but a nice battle going on for that second spot. Here comes Spencer Swafford in the 25.
Spencer Swafford to the outside trying to make it happen, but now caution flag and a return to the Speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow for the first time here tonight. Brought to you by Hannibal Record Service, first time in our 50-lap A-main, working now lap number 2, and it got away quickly there. Middle part of the field, Todd, everybody was trying to die for position there, and it looked like it may have got the 73 of Andy Jones as far as one of the cars being involved. Also, I see a couple more cars starting to free fall back to the standings, and looks like it may have got the 03 of Dylan Thomas also involved. A couple of good heavy hitters may be involved in this one.
This ensued a wild ride here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Probably one of the most wild rides that we've seen here as of late, I'm going to tell you. As Vanagan got up into the 03 and Thomas back down into the 44. Upside down goes the number 03 of Thomas. He spins around on his roof. He lands back on all 4 wheels, but it was violent. The rear end of that car really messed up in that 03 machine. But we're going to show that again here. Dylan Thomas upside down doing some break dancing, twirling around in the air. I mean, Dylan Thomas went for a wild ride. Josh Smith got him while he was up inside the air. Cannot get the name of that car, the number of that car that went by him, though. But they hit him hard into the roof part of that portion of that car. So a lot of damage to the 03 machine, Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild ride. I can go back and watch here live on the stream myself, as I get to watch it back here same real time as everybody else that sees it out there live via Facebook or YouTube or Twitch does. But what a whale of a ride there for the 03 of Dylan Thomas. Andy Jones got kind of shuffled out there, Todd, in the back of the field. That's what got him all sorts of out of shape and back there. Joel Housing getting a piece. Tim Christensen back there as well. So yellow flag here early now, working lap number 5. It's going to be Jared Murphy, your current race leader, over Spencer Swafford, Joshua Hessen, Frank Gonzalez, Mason Turner now up in the top 5. 6th we find Mike Vanagan, Tyler Blankenship in for 7th, Josh Smith running 8th, David Day in for 9th, and Mike Cron, Mike having a good night in the 31. He runs in our top 10.
Yeah, having a great race out there, Phil, and we got a pair of 25s on the front row. The 25 of Jared Murphy, the 25 of Spencer Swafford. Not sure why the admins didn't make him put any type of letter on it, but we got a pair of 25s up front. Obviously, iRacing Scoring saying something different than what Swafford has on the side of his machine, but we're going to call him 25 because that's what we see him out there. Green flag back in the air. The iRacing I flag, green flag for that matter. The 25 machine of Jared Murphy leads the charge down into turn number 1. Swafford for 2. Hessen now working over the bottom side there in the 118 machine, trying to make something happen. Here comes the number 7 of Mason Turner. He's running fourth.
Mason Turner running fourth, but Spencer Swafford going to try to get alongside Jared Murphy. A battle of cars at numeral 25 on the minute, turn number 1 and 2. It is Murphy right now leading over Swafford. Spencer going to try to peek it down low off the corner. Going to fall back in line. He'll try and get to the low side, letting her eat down low for 3 and 4. Door to door for the race lead.
Door to door, imaginary door handle, imaginary door handle if these things had door handles. Swafford slide job on the 25 of Murphy. He drives up the track as Murphy fires back down to the inside, going to pull a slider of his own through turn number 3, and does not complete the pass through 3 and 4. Swafford able to motor back onto the outside, and man, I'm getting tongue-tied here, Phil, but what a great race there. Just an exchange of blows between the pair of 25s.
They absolutely are. It is a good race going on behind them. Todd, third, fourth, fifth on back. Right now, 5. And David Day now up to third. Hessen there for fourth. Mason Turner, Tyler Blankenship. Those guys all fighting their 4-car battle for position number 3. Currently held by the 5 car as a yellow flag. Animal Record Service yellow flag number 2 of the night now on the lap. Number 11 returns here to the 410 Smile dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we'll see if we can't go back really quick and find the reasoning why we're under a yellow flag once again for the second one here of our 50-lap feature event. Falls on lap number 12, and I don't see anything quite yet falling. Oh, now I see a car up there falling fast. Oh, this one may be fast, Frank, in the 04 Todd. And also, I believe, Mike Craw on the 31. Those guys may have been a piece of this one here. Yellow flag for the second time tonight. What do you got for a full velocity replay?
Yeah, the 04. A fast Frank Gonzalez just runs out of real estate. He doesn't realize there's a concrete barrier there. I know it gets louder as you get close, but man, he slams that concrete barrier back down in front of Cron there. The 31 machine sending him propelling back up the track. Cron gets hit by the number 25 machine, another 25 machine. And we have our first turtle of the evening. Mike Cron upside down on his roof. And man, tough break for that 31 machine. That's never a good sign. Turtle for the 31, first of the evening here on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened back there to the 12 of Marcus Mays. I don't know if he got a piece of the wreck as well, but he's going to get, starting back here deep in the field outside the top 20. So that's another good race car. They're going to have to fight for his life in the back of the field, working on lap number 13. 50 is the main event, Todd. It feels like it's a long way away, does 50, but it's only about 35 laps of this racetrack. A racetrack that takes, about 17, 18 seconds under green to get around quickly. These modifieds, it's going to be no time at all. That's going to be tough to come from for guys like Marcus Mays, like Frank Gonzalez. Even guys like Dylan Thomas taking that wild ride, that first yellow flag. It is tough to get around this place fast with this field that is so competitive and so tightly knit together. It's a lot of fun to watch.
As they're racing off of turn number 4 already here, Phil. The 25, again, a commanding start. Spencer Swafford has won a lot of races here as of late on the Full Velocity Racing Network and trying to make another one here. And that number 25 machine, the 25 of Murphy, now falls back into the clutches of Hessen. Hessen's battling it out for that second spot. David Day right now running in fourth in that number 5 machine. He's trying to make something happen. I know he was searching for setup help or anything in that number 5 machine. Doesn't look like he needed any type of setup help there, Phil, as he's moved up through the field.
No, David, he's going to ask everybody for all the help he can get, and that guy really don't need it. He's a really good race car driver in his own right, so don't sell himself short. As Mason Turner got kicked out of line there. His caution flag going to come out here again. Hannibal Record Service yellow flag number 3 now, working lap number 17. And this one is that Dylan Thomas on the 03 again? Not sure, Todd, but I have an inkling the 03 may have also been involved. Got a lot of action around that car already.
As we see the 03, and man, it wasn't even his doing here tonight. Dylan Thomas this time wasn't his doing, as somebody already completely sideways. He does disappear there for a second. We lose him on the camera. And just around all by himself in the 61. He brings it back because the 03, guess what? Dylan Thomas was right there, able to bring it back there for Earl Arts. Arts was able to go on. The 03, Dylan Thomas relegated to the rear after contact there, unfortunately. and that 03 machine.
And this creates a bigger hornet's nest for these guys to come through. As Mike Cron looks like 31 car, looks like down on pit road, and I'm not sure the 31 car going to return to the speedway. There was some big damage to that car, so I don't know if he's going to get back rolling or not in number 31. Look, he may be back there rolling. Mike Cron running 4 laps down, so he's going to continue, Todd, racing for points. You got to come out here and make all the laps you can. You never know what's going to happen because we're only on lap number 19. We still got 30 laps or better to go here in our 50-lap feature event, and it's race number 2 of the season. So a lot of racing still left to go with these guys, and I believe this time, off of turn number 4, Starter going to put that clenched green flag down, which means next time by, it's time to go back racing, brother.
Yeah, the iRacing flag, green flag going to come out here, I believe, next time by. Is iRacing.com pace truck? Yep. Lights are extinguished atop that machine. We're going to get ready for green flag off of turn number 4. We don't fire on the green flag anymore at Dirt Series. Another rule, a different rule change here as of last season, I should say. The rule change is the leader fires first. There is the green flag. Before even the green flag comes out, they're going to go on the leader instead of the initial green flag that comes out. So it is Spencer Swafford, Jarrett Murphy, Josh Hessen, David Day, Richard Smarr, Tyler Blankenship, Colbridge, Turner, Bullringer, and Stevens. That is your top 10. Green flag back in the air. The iRacing flag, green flag. As the 25 of Swafford leads the charge. Murphy running in the second spot. Hessen right now third. The 71 of Sparr now down to the bottom side. He's going to get around the 5 of David Day. Put Sparr to 4th.
Sparr to 4th, and now Day going to have to fight with the 44 of Blankenship as they get turned around up here. Contacted multiple cars going around off of turn number 4. Yellow flag undoubtedly going to return back to the racetrack, and this one got away quickly from right around in positioning in the top 5. I believe guys that got involved may include Jamison Colbridge getting a piece of this one. Man, tough to tell who else was there. There was a massive gaggle of race cars. Big storm cloud over the front straightaway. Yellow flags on the speedway again. 4th time in our feature event here, sponsored by Hanover Record Service. What do you got here, Todd, for a full velocity replay to show? This one's got probably got a couple different angles.
Well, it looks like they met in the middle of Colbridge and the number 5 with David Day. We're going to use the installation that we always had on Full Velocity TV, and that is called Fortunately, it won't come up, but that is called You Make the Call here tonight. Is that we don't have the widget to fire up, but you make the call. Whose fault was this here? The number 1 or the number 199 at Colbridge, the 5 of David Day, or was it just good old-fashioned, good hard racing? And that's contact, it's dirt racing. But Colbridge involved in this one. Kyle Vollringer, the 27 of Vanagon, all involved in this one. And a wild ride, seeing smoke coming out of these cars is a tough break for those drivers.
Todd, pick me. Can I make a call?
Well, Phil, you could try to make a call.
It's all your fault, Todd. You didn't have the widget ready. Unacceptable, brother. I pick on you, of course. I know you gotta let your hands fall down. There's a lot of stuff going on, but not exactly sure. We let our fans out there watching via Facebook Live, Twitch TV. You guys making the call here. Who is the cause of the yellow flag? I do know guys like David Day, Jamison Colbridge. Well, the culprits of it to start, but guys like Kyle Vollringer getting a piece. Looks like Kyle's night aboard the 01 car may in fact be done. So tough break there. And I believe the call coming down, single file restart is now racing flag, green flag, returns to the speedway at the halfway point now, working lap 26 off of turn 2. Absolutely right, and we're going to page Dr. Green. As you said, we want some green flag racing. You want some green flag racing out there on Facebook Live? Throw us some stars donation out there, guys. Let us know you want some green flag racing. We certainly want to see it, Todd, under caution flag once again. Lap number 28. What in the heck happened back there?
Well, we're gonna see what happened here, Phil. As I was coughing, losing the lung there for a minute, trying to mute my mic so you guys can actually hear it. As it looks like I'm not sure what Foley went wrong here or went awry. As we're trying to go back through just to look. It looks like the number 25 machine should be Zach Morris there.
Take a guess.
Yes, Zach Morris in the 25 machine upside down. Andy Jones involved in this one, so we're gonna go back. Andy Jones working over the bottom side as he's working down here, and it almost looked like he hit a U-tire, but he did not. He went hard right as he comes down into the corner. It looks like he hit that U-tire, but nope, hard right. It looks like something may have broke on the 73 of Jones up into the number 25 machine of Zach McSwain.
I'm glad you got Zach McSwain right, because you came up with Zach Morris, and I was looking around for AC Slater, maybe even Screech. Having Saved by the Bell flashbacks there, Todd. You called out Zach Morris and Zach McSwain. I'm glad you got that right. In one of the 3 or 4, I see nothing but 25s. I look around this place here tonight. A pair of 25s going to lead us here back to the green flag racing. iRacing, I flag, green flag in the air. Spencer Swafford, Jarrett Murphy, Joshua Hessen, Richard Spar, Tyler Blankenship, your top 5 as the field hits turn 3.
Yeah, these guys staying pretty much single file for the most part. As Hessen right now running in 3rd, as they said, Spar running 4th, and Blankenship 5th in the number 44 machine. Meanwhile, the battle going on for the 6th spot. That's going to be between the number 7 of Mason Turner and the 5 of David Day. Day working over the bottom side. So is Earl Arch Jr., that 61 machine. So the guys working on the bottom. It looks like it's kind of switched from the top shelf of the Speedway down to the bottom. Looks like the bottom's starting to come in here at the dirt track in Charlotte with 18 to go.
18 laps remaining here tonight in Charlotte, and up front is car number 25, Spencer Swafford. 25 of Jarrett Murphy there for second. Heston Spar, Blankenship, Day, Turner, Arch, Christensen, Adam Stevens, our current top 10, working now on lap number 33. And where is the racing actually going to take us? Because this track right now, Todd, very much high save dominant, very, very tough to pass. The first taker down low is Mr. Excitement, David Day in the 5. He's looking to the low side, racing for 5th now off the board.
Yeah, David Day down to the bottom side by side battle with the 44 of Blankenship. Blankenship up on the top shelf of the Speedway, pushing the cushion at the dirt track in Charlotte. But David Day hub-sucking down there, what I call hub-sucking, but we call it catfishing. Also, the number 5 machine down on the bottom next to them U-tires. That could be disaster too, Phil, as we know what those U-tires can do. They kind of reach out and grab you every once in a while. But David Day making that bottom work, and that number 5 machine, the 118 of Josh Hessen, is starting to mess up though on the bottom. Got a tad bit loose as he went into the corner, and his back end just stepped out on him in the 118 machine. May have gotten the throttle a little bit too soon, as it's a little bit slick out there as of right now.
Yeah, that bottom lane getting definitely a little slick. Top lane, these guys, there's a rib ride straddling that cushion up there. 71 Richard Spar right now on the outside of the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Those guys off of 4th this time. Sorted out single file, give the spot there at 3rd position of Richard Spar. Hessen back to 4th, and he may have his hands full down Todd as Tyler Blankenship and David Day pull the back end of that car. Is Dave Blankenship, the 44, the 5, racing for the 5th spot. That's a dandy back there.
Yeah, Blankenship clobbered the wall in the number 44 machine. That's what happened to him, is he lost many, many spots there. Now to Earl Arts. Oh, contact made Christensen around.
Christensen around, the yellow flag in the 3rd of the racetrack on lap at number 39 in the 27 car, going around in a knot. And what we don't know is, was there help there? Could have been, maybe not been, not exactly sure. All I do know is Tim Christensen definitely got a piece of the action here. And it looks like a couple more cars also may have been involved as well. And I'm not sure if the old 3 got another piece also. The 30 car of Palsy may have also. So see some names kind of juking and jiving, dropping to the field. Todd, you got more of the story than I do. What the heck happened?
Well, Christensen was coming down in the corner, working over the bottom side, but Blankenship had a well overrun to the 44 machine, just had nowhere to go. Wasn't able to get on the binders as quick as he would have liked. Hits the back end of the 27 of Tim Christensen. Christensen's able to gather it back up after a 360 there, the number 27 machine. So these guys pretty much staying pretty square out there, Phil. But contact between the 27 machine sends him around. Tough break for Christensen.
Yeah, certainly tough break for Tim indeed, as it stacked up a couple of cars back there. We're running down on laps here, Todd, tonight in Charlotte, as Spencer Swafford trying to pick up yet another win this week. We've talked to him a couple of times here in Victory Lane over the past 7 days, but he's up leading over Jarrett Murphy. Richard Spar having a solid night in the 71, currently running in third. Joshua Hessen fourth. And Mr. Excitement David Day now running in fifth with Mason Turner, Tyler Blankenship, Adam Stevens, Earl Arch Jr., Josh Smith now up into the top 10. 11th is Marcus Mays, Jamison Colbridge 12th, Mike Vanagan 13th, Shane Kelly 14th, and Fast Frank Gonzalez here. Kurt top 15 is, I believe, off the turn number 4 this time. iRacing.
Oh, stacking them up.
Back on the racetrack.
Stacking them up. Richard Spar around, and yellow flag going to come back out. That included David Day in that one. They stacked it up as they were playing games on the restart. It looked like a little bit of a slinky effect there on the start there, Phil, is playing brake-checking games, it looked like, through the field there. Unfortunate, there was a yellow flag going to come out again. They head over record service, yellow flag. I believe this is going to be right around number 5 or number 6 here. Tough break for these guys involved in this one. It's one of those things that happen here as games are played here this evening.
Yeah, they are. And we paged Dr. Green, and I guess he's not answering our page here tonight. So, Dr. Green, don't send me an invoice. You didn't show up. You're not here. You know who is here? All of us out here watching on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. And Todd's here. Good to have Todd here tonight. Todd, you're going to full velocity replay.
Yeah, we're going to really show that as this caution number 7 there, Phil, here of the evening. I was wrong. I was a little bit off here. That's the first. Normally the caution thing working correctly on one end, but caution number 7, and this one involved, I believe, the number 04 machine, the 61 machine. We're going to wait and see what how this all transpired here. Is a lot of contact being made. I'm just trying to get to him there, Phil. It's not easy sometimes. Here we go, getting ready for that green flag. We're going to watch this. It happens right in front of him with Spar, too. Should say it all happened with Richard Spar. 71 machine right there directly behind him. Looks like he fires and then has to let off because the guys in front of him let off. And that's what causes a brake check here for the whole field. The slinky effect, the accordion effect, unfortunately. So the 25s there slowed down a tad bit. Nobody else, everybody else checked up behind him.
Yeah, it sure does. And it said restart games are what normally get played here, you know, on these short tracks. And tonight we're seeing a little bit of gamesmanship here. You see that a lot of times, Todd, here with these single file restarts. As administrators, I know we both have played this role. We don't have this kind of role. Single file restart, hoping to promote more green flag racing. The unfortunate part, especially when you start in the leader, you may get those restart games played just like that as guys trying to time it, and it gets guys stacked up as they lay back, and unfortunately, it put us back under yellow. Nobody wants to see any more yellows more than I do. I want to see great green flag racing. And the iRacing iFlag green flag returns to the speedway. Spencer Swafford going to lead it back to green now on lap number 47. We're running out of laps here.
Yeah, lap 3 to go here for the number 25 of Swafford. Murphy running in that second spot. Third is Josh Hessen. Mason Turner fourth, and Blankenship running in that 5th spot. They come off of turn number 4. Popsicle sticks in there. 2 more trips around the dirt track. And Charlotte here live on Full Velocity Racing Network for the number 25 machine of Spencer Swafford. Just hanging 10 there and just letting it eat, Phil.
Sure is. Swafford going to lead over Jarrett Murphy by about 7 car lengths this time off of turn number 3 and 4, where the starter going to give 2 sticks down, 2 more trips around. Now the white flag on the field here for car number 25 of Spencer Swafford. Jarrett Murphy in for 2. Joshua Hessen looks like uncontested right now for the 3rd spot for the final time. Off of turn number 4, checker flag in the air. This week's round of the Dirt Series American Modified Sim Series goes to Spencer Swafford. In for 2 is going to be Jarrett Murphy. 3rd for Joshua Hessen. Mason Turner with 4th. Tyler Blankenship getting a solid top 5 run. 6th for Jamison Colbridge. Shane Kelly up for 7th. David Day 8th. Mike Vanagan 9th, and Tim Christensen, he rebounds, Todd. Gets a good solid top 10 run. Yellow flags plaguing this event, but guys who stayed out there cleaning that clean air, guys like Spencer Swafford, Jarrett Murphy, those guys pace this field all night long. They get the top 2 tonight, along with Joshua Hessen. That's our top 3 we'll talk to here on the post-race show. Spencer Swafford picking up yet another win this week. We're going to start charging him real estate charges down there in this victory circle.
Yeah, definitely. It's a Hanover Record Service number 25 machine of Spencer Swafford. Like you said, taking down the victory here tonight is the 118 trying to get into position here in the top three is Hessen right now. He's right there behind him now, so we'll be able to get him out of the car. And Phil's going to be able to talk here to third and second. I'm going to make my way down to Spencer Swafford. It feels like deja vu all over again here. This time with a modified that number 25 machine. Swafford just been on a tear as of late.
Oh, he certainly has. That car has been running superb regardless of what track, what car we're in. That guy has just had his stuff together right now, and a terrific job tonight for the number 25 of Spencer Swafford. Also running another 25 out there. Jarrett Murphy running in the second spot. Joshua Hessen in for third is the first guy we talked to live on the Full Velocity post-race show here tonight on the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We get down here, we finally catch up to the driver of car number 118, Joshua Hessen. And Josh, great job for you tonight with a good third-place run. Certainly didn't see a lot of green flag racing that we hoped we would, but this racetrack got really slick over this night as cost. Tell us about your top three run and how that car fared.
I should have honestly been in fourth there. I got into the 71 car. Completely my fault. It looked like the leaders took off to me, but we'll take it and move on to next week.
I absolutely hear you, but tell me about the racetrack. What we saw out here, it got really slick. And no matter what group you put the race car in, Charlotte always a place that seems to migrate up high. We expect the low side to really get good in the middle part toward the end of the race, but it stayed really slick all over the place. What was that like driving those cars on the jagged edge like you guys did all night?
Yeah, this iRacing default deal, you really got to just drive with the throttle pedal a lot, and the top was super slick, and going into 3 was really slick on the bottom, so you just kind of got to just feel it out and roll smooth.
All about that throttle control. Josh did a hell of a job of it out here tonight. Get a good solid third place run live on the Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So I'm going to give you the floor one more time. Thank you, we got you here tonight, and once again, congratulations. A solid top 3 run for your night. Not a bad way to do it.
Yeah, I just want to thank HRT. I wasn't even going to race tonight, but got on and won last week's deal here, so I figured I might as well keep going and try again next week. Try to keep the points lead.
Well, absolutely right. Josh did a great job here tonight. Joshua Hessen, car number 118, brings it home in P3. We'll let him go down there and debrief more with his team after a good solid night of racing, and we'll go a little further down here as we find the driver of car number 25. I guess we'll call it 25 and the number on that thing. It is Jarrett Murphy finishing up second here tonight. And Jarrett, a really terrific run for you, but God, was this racetrack a handful. That thing was slick all over the place. How the heck did you maneuver that race car and hold on to that second spot all night?
Yeah, there was some motocross jumps in the backstretch, so I'm definitely rattling my teeth a little bit, but it was a good run. Spencer was fast, as always. I was just waiting for him to jump the cushion maybe a little bit and maybe rip the right front off, so he was definitely faster tonight.
Absolutely, but a track as slick as it was, throttle control being at a big old premium, these cars are certainly a handful to drive. But competitive field out here tonight, man, you didn't see much of the mayhem up at the back of the field. It was tough sledding all over the place. You got to love that great track position of picking up a heat race win, starting up front. It keeps you out of that mess back there. It makes your job as a driver a whole lot easier to not only have to race the racetrack, but be around back there with all those cars that are racing for real estate and struggling to hold on just as you may be.
Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good any day, so that gave me a good pill draw for the heat race, and I was able to get that done and start up front here in the main. Just glad to have a good run. See my teammate Josh Hessen have a good run as well.
Absolutely right. You guys both really did have good cars out here. It was a 25 invasion tonight here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yes,
Jarrett
sir.
Murphy. And I am going to give you the floor one more time out there live with the network tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So whoever you'd like to thank out there, bud, friends, family, sponsors, the floor is all yours. And congratulations once again with a good second place finish.
Yeah, thanks. I just got to thank my main sponsor, Jeff Brown, iRacing iFlag. He really gives back to the iRacing community a lot. This pit box and iFlag are outstanding. They make the immersion level that much better. My whole team, HRT Sim Racing, you've seen Josh had a really good run tonight. Tim had a little bit of bad luck back there. And most of all, and my wife for letting me sit on here for hours every night. Well, not every night, but But yeah, glad to have a good run, and hopefully see you guys soon.
Absolutely right. Yeah, we got to thank the wives for that because I get the eyes here as we do it just about every night. So Jarrett Murphy, folks, this evening, second place run aboard car number 25 in a night where 25s were definitely wild. And I'm going to send this one down to Victory Lane, and we'll talk to our buddy down there, Todd, Mr. Spencer Swafford. Another 25, and that was a 25. I guess we'll call it S if they have a number out there. It is Spencer Swafford. Once again, you guys are becoming buddies down there in Victory Lane, Todd.
Yeah, lots of 25s out here, and tonight Spencer Swafford taking down yet another victory here on Full Velocity Racing Network. And I tell you what, Spencer, you're on fire. What more can I say? Taking down a victory here with this time tonight the modifieds, and in a pretty good fashion. You had a great race going on with Jared Murphy there for a little bit, and but you were able to pull away in a long run here at the Dirt Track of Charlotte. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Hit them whoop sections on the back stretch, waving to. I'm just kidding. You got to wave to fans when hitting them whoop sections, though. Trying not to fly out of the race car. But what happened back there in third, though, Hessen, that deal, I mean, my teammate got ran over there. It just wasn't right. But in other words, it's a fun night. Just people that start up there. I mean, people are just running each other over trying to get that jump up there.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of game playing going on the restarts here tonight, and hopefully that'll be all attended to there, Spencer. You were able to be up front and able not to be in what I call a slinky effect back there. But tell me how important it was here at the Dirt Track of Charlotte. Once you got around and up to the lead, tell me how important it is when you get the lead. You don't have to go through a lot of that stuff, and tell us how important that is.
You have to change your starts every single time, and occasionally, I mean, just go whenever they're not expecting it. Like that there, I was pulling down but never gaining or losing speed, and they just went back there, and it did stack them up, but it was just people not watching up there at the leader. And it's not Murphy like that there. He did get in the back of me, but I did see he get pushed there. But yeah, it's just you got to do it every single time, or you're never gonna actually have a good start.
Yeah, definitely learning that. I learned that, did a lot of that when I raced at the local track here right around my area. So I understand the concept of that because you don't want people timing the start and being able to get around you. You got to do the same thing here. They call it a simulation, and that's for nothing. I mean, it is a simulation. It's close, close as you can get it here, whether you're not in a real race car or not, but it's as close as it can get.
Yeah, and the track, I mean, the track has been really good recently. I was running the bottom there and the top. I was just messing around trying to find the preferred groove, but they're hitting the same exact times as in 3 and 4. I mean, you could pass on this track. I mean, it was really good. Other than the whoop section, that was a little fun.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a lot of fun. A handful of steering wheel, like you said, the whoop section, as they call it back there. I've seen a lot of tracks chew up and do that over the years that I've been out racing. I've been on some of those tracks, and man, I just want to pull my car off immediately at the local track. I've had that happen. So I'm going to give you the microphone, Spencer. Thank you here on Full Velocity Racing Network. This is becoming a thing for you, like you said, on fire here.
I think you left him freaking speechless, Todd.
Maybe?
Spencer, thank you, sponsors out there, buddy.
I
think he may have checked out to the party.
Wait.
Oh, there he goes.
I'm here, my bad. Just a second. I'm having some internet issues. Just a second. Like
The beauty of live TV. Here you go.
Yeah. Hanover Record Service, Hatfield, McCoy, Russell Brown Race Cars, Border Wayne, 187 Custom Calls, Domino Printing, Stevens Computer Repair, A&8 High-Side Graphics, and Mud Duck Racing. They helped me out a lot with just learning speed and consistency, and iRacing iFlag.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver of the number 25, Spencer Swafford, down here in Victory Lane once again at the Dirt Track of Charlotte Dirt Series. A great race here this evening. A little bit plagued by yellow flags, though, Phil, as we got to thank our sponsors before we get off the air here tonight. Make sure if you want to get involved here, you want sponsorship, just get a hold of us. We'll make sure we have packages to meet everybody's needs out there. If we don't have one there, we can design a package, as we got 2 key sponsors that have come aboard already. We got a couple of more waiting on some logos so we can get those guys built into there too. But we got plenty of room for all the sponsors out there on Full Velocity Racing Network.
We absolutely do, and we invite you now to get involved. Made a sponsorship post yesterday. If you got something else in mind, get a hold of us. We will work something out, as we are here for the masses to cover night after night, because it doesn't have to be the exclusive anything. If you've got something to advertise, guys, we will absolutely help you do it. Nobody's going to be turned away. Got to thank our buddy Hanover Record Service, Tyler Blankenship over there, iRacing, iFlag, our 2 Royal Blue sponsors out there. Got to thank them so much. Guys like Jake over at Monstar Productions as well, coming out as a True Blue sponsor as well. So great to have all you guys aboard, and a lot more we're going to unveil here over the next couple of days. But that's going to do it here tonight for over at DirtSeries.com. For Todd Stanton, Jack Chu, and Ron Piles, the entire cast of characters behind the scenes at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil LeCast here, going to sign off. We'll see you back here next time with more great programming on your source for esports racing.